Welcome to podcast episode 150. Bob is not here, sadly.
He is not. I am, sadly.
Yeah, but no one can hear you right now, so shut up.
Oh.
Momentarily, they'll be able to hear you if I can fix it. You can hear me fine. You might be able to hear him in the background a little bit.
Hello, through James's mic.
Let's try fixing that. I'm going to keep saying that until I fix it. Oh. This is really just not cool. Oh, here we go. Say something?
Hello, hello.
Never mind.
All right.
Oh, I know the issue. You should be able to hear him
Hello. Is it working now?
now.
Hello.
You should be able to hear him. Say something?
Hello.
No, you can't hear him. This is pissing me off.
I think we have a problem like this every time.
Wait, say something?
Hello?
I think they can hear me now.
Pam said you sound kind of echoey.
All right, I think you can hear me now. I gotta figure out why Timmy can't be heard. I don't know if OBS is able to do two mics, actually. Think about it.
Should we just come over by you and just sit down right next to you?
Not for that. It's not worth it for the live stream now. All right, I'm not sure what's going on. Say something.
Hello.
Say something again.
Hello, hello.
Are you talking in the mic?
Hello. Did that make it any different?
I'm gonna actually listen. Bob is working. I'm just gonna listen on the live stream, see how I sound. I'm gonna actually listen. Bob is working. I think I sound fine.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna listen. Say something. You start talking.
Testing.
Now we gotta wait.
You're pulling it up on your phone right now.
I think I sound fine. Say something. You start talking.
Testing.
Yeah. All right. You're like way in the back.
Yeah, no, I'm getting picked up to your mic.
All right. I'm gonna do this. See if this works. All right. Now Timmy, say something.
Hello.
Yeah. There we
Is
go,
my mic
baby.
like, is yours too?
Yeah.
Wow.
I should have got this settled before, but this should.
Wow.
Yeah. there
Yeah,
we
look
go.
at that.
I'm sexy. All right. Just took a little bit of believing in myself.
Here in the Coaster Talk podcast studio.
Indeed.
We are very prepared.
All right, there we go, guys. Welcome, episode 150 live stream.
This is 150. I forgot about that.
I know, and Bob's not here for
I
this.
know. We should do something to celebrate.
I don't know what. We could knock a few back.
Yeah. If only someone had shot glasses that someone gifted.
Why aren't you going? Oh, aren't you going to Florida this weekend?
Me? Oh, Pam?
I'm going to school tomorrow because I have a quiz in calculus. That would be bad to miss and have a 0 in that class for the winter break.
Oh, yikes, yeah.
Nobody responded to the weekly poll.
Did
Not
like
even on the
no one on the website either? Not a single person
not a
responded?
single person.
Oh, man.
That's the first time it's ever happened.
That's awkward.
And our audience is getting bigger too. Like it doesn't make any sense. I thought that was too complex, kind of a poll. Like the answer would be too complex. You'd have to really explain yourself rather well to really convey.
Yeah, not really an Instagram poll question.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The question was, what are we looking at when it comes to, in your opinion, the Dark Castle coaster project. What do you think we're looking at? What kind of coaster, really? You could have simply said, like, an intimate launch coaster, a Mac. I think people were thinking a little bit too much about it, though, and thinking,
As soon as you answer it, Pam asks the same question.
per
Pam's
baby.
already behind. I bet you that's what it is.
She just capitalized the capital W, too. A wacky worm. You could have said a wacky worm. I would have accepted that. At this point, I'd accept that.
Pam said she knows what she wants to see. Is that launch coaster that goes under the bridge you were talking about?
I want to see a flying coaster at Busch Gardens. I think they could do something well with that.
I think they do really well in this area. Because, like, where's the nearest flying coaster? Oh, I guess it'd be Nighthawk.
The nearest flying coaster?
Yeah.
They said the newest. I'm like, Germany, I guess. Yeah. The closest one would be Nighthawk. No. Six Flags America.
What's that one called? I thought that was the one. I thought that was Nighthawk.
That's Batwing.
Oh, I forget.
It might be. I might be actually. I don't know.
To Bush though.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
They're probably very similar.
It's probably
distance.
It's 251 from America to Bush, and it is 519. Oh, it's that weird Newport News.
That weird
paradox.
Thing. Yes, the one I know about it very well.
We have to drive up 64 and get through Richmond and then go down. So yeah, it's gonna be 5 hours and 19 minutes. So it's actually much closer to drive up to Six Flags America there. All right. So no Europe trip. I'll close that document. That'll be saved for another episode. Do you want to put a link or two about the Star Wars Hotel, the ones that we're looking at? A launch over the bridge. Are we talking the bridge over by Curse of Dark Castle, where you bridge over to the Germany section, like from Oktoberfest to Germany?
Yeah, she's talking about right in that customer service building or whatever.
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about? I can't tell if she's talking about that or.
Yeah, she is. We talked about it when we were at King's Dominion the other weekend.
Oh. All right.
I don't know how to do the cool link thing you do. This is that welcome video with the lady that uses the iPhone as the thing.
That's actually a perfect title. I was going to change it, but cringy stuff. What new coasters did Indiana Beach?
What is she talking about? I can't see the chat right now.
A coaster for Indiana Beach. Didn't we know about this though? Isn't that? I think that's been known for a while. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you can hear my keyboard. Do you not want to hear it? I can turn that off. I could probably put a noise gate on. I'm pretty sure we've known about the Galaxy for a while. Or at least that it was happening.
I can't find the actual video of just the trailer for the hotel. Should I just
You
send
said
this that actual video for the hotel, like the trailer where it's like the dude goes and sees
I'll find it then.
Gaia.
Yeah. I think they might have taken it down.
Oh, they might have. I think they actually did. I think I remember
But I have the. We could do the. Oh wait, no.
Just do the Star Wars theory video.
I have the one that we watched from that one with like the yellow Sonic.
Oh yeah.
Tonic Shadows.
That was a weird intro.
They have it.
Were there any other videos related to the Galactic Star Cruiser?
I think that was all that we watched. You like that title?
Oh, I didn't. Let me look.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the official announcement for it. But, yeah, I knew that they were getting a galaxy. In the site of the former galaxy, right? Where did they announce that at? Is it like on their website? On their socials? I wanna rock with you all night. I can't get that song out of my head. It's driving me crazy. It's starting to become big on TikTok too, and I'm like, no.
Is it?
Yep. Not the actual song, but the intro. Like, and it's like the doo 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 boom ba doom boom boom boom. That. It's like, oh, come on. Can I just have one song?
No.
When the world is on your shoulder, better hurry up your back and bug it down. If you came in with the feeling.
Should I tweet this out like Bob does? The live stream link.
Party people night and day, living crazy. You said what?
Should I tweet this out like Bob does sometimes? The live stream. Doesn't he do that?
Yeah, you can. I'll retweet it. Oh, yes. I see the video now.
Should I tag Crystal Talk Podcast or you?
I mean, you can tag both. Oh, this is some really awful off-ride footage, though. Looks like they took a drone, but like the camera just is like snapping into place. It's not like smooth. It's just like, oh, they're motioning towards another part of the ride. Just snap. It's really odd. Made me kind of motion sick. Not gonna lie.
Which one is this?
Episode 100. What?
What video are you talking about?
I don't even know if we need to talk about this. I mean, this isn't really important. It's the galaxy going to Indiana Beach. I'm considering. I don't know if we need to talk about this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's important? I mean, all we're going to say is that they're announcing it. I mean, galaxies suck. And like you said, it's like their 7th best coaster probably. So it's not like a great addition, really. And I think we've talked about the possibility of them getting this before. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. My hair's really not having a fun day today. I'm going to go get some more water real quick. All right, but we do need a weekly poll.
Yes, please help.
So if you guys want to help out with that, greatly appreciate. That's all we got to do, really.
Yeah,
And then
make
we
a
are
weekly
set to
poll
go.
that
We're
people will
actually-
answer.
You said what?
Make a weekly poll that people will answer.
Yeah. A weekly poll that that is truly something that the audience will participate in. Viewer participation is advised. I don't disagree, Pam. I think it's great to get a new coaster, but I don't know if this is worthy of coaster talk. Coaster talk coverage. All right, I'll be right back. Actually, I shouldn't see me leave.
Wow. That's kind of weird.
Cheers.
There he goes. Look at his dog thing on his bed right now. That's Belle. Hi, Belle. Pam said hi to Belle.
This is B right here.
Best park mascot. Someone said that could be our poll. Rank best being an invert or rank the inverts. What if we
got
do?
Cosmo.
What if
We have the
Holiday?
Crow from Indiana Beach.
Holodog?
Holodog.
Holodog would win that easily.
Would like Snoopy count? I guess
Is he relevant?
he's not relevant, but he's the mascot for Cedar Fair, really. But do you consider that a park? It's not really a park.
I don't know if I consider him a mascot.
It's not really a park-wide mascot, no.
Oh, the kangaroo from Kennywood.
Yeah, Kenny. We could do that. Who else?
Someone said, oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of the other options, and I think to make it easier, we should actually like list off the options.
Or just like give him like.
Give them 4 options or 5 options.
Do you think we should just give him options? Because people will probably come up with some that we don't even think about.
Yeah, but I think typically what happens is when you give people options, they participate more. They're likely to
Okay.
participate more because they don't have to think.
We should look at the.
They look and they go, oh, I like Kenny, I like this guy, but oh, I like
What about
Harry
that?
Potter better.
What about that cow from that one park in Denmark? Is that a mascot?
oh the yeah.
Is that a
Full
park
frontal
mascot?
cow.
Is that actually a mascot from that park?
No, I think it was like the front of a train, like on a coaster.
No, that was the dog fart coaster.
No, but I think the cow was too.
I don't think so. I think it was near a coaster. It was like a statue.
Oh, it might have been a statue, yeah, but I don't know if it was a mascot.
I'm looking it up now.
Mickey Mouse, Mr. You see, but yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we do have to give an option to like fill in. I could do like we could give 4 really good examples, and then we could also have an other box if someone wants to provide other.
Oh,
box.
that's not a bad idea.
That way, if they don't want to think, they can just choose the 4 we gave them. But if they do want to think, they can provide their own option. Right? And
Mickey Mouse.
I think that's a good.
Oh, Mr. Six.
Mr. Six, yeah, I agree. I think that's a good one. But I mean, again, is he really a mascot? Not anymore, but that's where we like. And then again, is Harry Potter a mascot? I mean, he's an IP that they own and they use, but is he a mascot? I don't know if he's. Really
If that's
a
the case,
mascot.
if Harry Potter counts, then Luke Skywalker gets my vote.
He's
for
never been
Disneyland.
once mentioned in any of the Disney Star Wars lands, but yeah. All right, yeah, we'll do that. So, what do you think? I think the top 4. Let's just do 4. Kenny the kangaroo.
You like Holodog? I think Holodog should be in there.
Yeah.
Someone else said your voice is sounding weird in chat.
All right. I don't think it sounds weird.
I think that sounds normal.
Are you sure that's not a user, like a individual?
A user error.
Yeah,
That's what he's trying to say.
I didn't want to say that, but not a user error per se.
So like
but
a speaker thing on his end.
an issue with your individual device. because on mine it sounds fine.
Oh, IB Crow. We gotta put that one on the list.
Yeah, best mascots.
I feel like, what about Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, exactly. Does that count? I mean,
This one's the Cosmo.
yeah, I said Cosmo earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Knobles does have a mascot. Like Cosmo is the mascot we are just talking
Yeah,
about.
Cosmo. He's
That's
the,
theirs.
like the gopher.
Yeah. The one with the curves.
Cosmo.
Oh, I just nailed my mic with my elbow.
That's probably gonna sound really bad.
Yeah.
Cosmo, IB Crow, Kenny, Holodog. So we'll do regional parks, and then if someone wants to mention Mickey Mouse or something, they can do that.
Well, Disneyland is a regional park.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good to go.
Oh, I gotta think of some stupid way to introduce myself, like I always do. Into the show.
I think it's time for no more
No
Bob
more.
jokes. Bob's not here.
Yeah.
This is Bob. Just every time.
Every time.
Come on.
Every single time.
Oh man. Cosmo's looking curvy. That's why he's getting all the votes. Okay. Are you ready to go then? Pretty
Yeah.
much. All right, well then we're all set. All stations go. All right. Are we set then?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. How are you gonna introduce yourself?
That's Timmy. That's it.
Hey, I'm Timmy.
Huh?
Hey, I'm Timmy.
Yep. Hey, I'm Timmy.
Say I kick Bob off the show. Just say kick Bob off. It's just me and Timmy.
The new host. Yeah. I think Bob's at work listening to us right now.
Is he?
I don't know. Do you think?
I can see. Maybe. Oh no, I can only see the people that participate in the chat. Bob, if you're there,
Chat.
communicate with us. Let us know. Send us a signal.
Oh, you see what Cam just said in the group chat?
Yeah, Cam, that's the one. I think he knows. That's the one we used.
Yeah.
That was magical.
That was very nice.
That was actually really awesome.
Yeah, that was.
We used context anybody in the chat probably like what the hell are they talking about. That's it. we were writing Rip Ride Rocket, and we decided to look up the secret song list, and we were having like this dilemma on which song we should choose, and then we got to like somewhat towards the bottom of the list, and I saw Rainbow Connection by the Muppets on there, and I was like, we got to do that song. We both agreed to do that song, and it was actually really good.
It was like a serene experience. It was
It like fit so well too. Like right when they actually started getting into the chorus of the song, we went down the drop. Because it starts off with the da na 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 na, and it was like, why are there so many? Like right as we were going down the drop, and it was like, it was really awesome actually.
It was like the most calming, like.
I mean, I'm sure they had people that planned that out. They were like, all right, let's somehow sync it to the perfect position on the drop, and when you drop, it fits perfectly in sync with the song. But it was really fantastic. Yeah, that song's I've always liked that song a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was in the reboot of the Muppets movie, like the one they did in 2015 or whatever, earlier than that, 2013 maybe. With Amy Adams in it, they did a really good version of that in that movie, and ever since then I've been like a huge fan of it again. A huge fan of that song. All right, enough of the Muppets. Let's get ready to go. Baby, I'm ready to go. Let's cut the mustard.
Is that an actual phrase?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
It means do a good job.
It's like break a leg?
Kind of, yeah. All right. I keep saying that. All right, I'm ready. I'm still, I don't know if I want to actually say that. I'm just going to say address is lost. Bob would probably include that last part. I'm a little uneasy if he might not be in the wrong. Apparently there's a claim, a claim in the easement that indemnifies him from any lawsuit.
Oh boy.
So he might not actually be wrong that it's. But I don't disagree that it's petty.
I'm not even fully filled in on what's going on.
I'll explain it on the show. Gotta pull up a map again though, because why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Alrighty, folks, here we go. Let's test out our audio real quick just one more time, 'cause we haven't done that in a
to
while.
make sure it's not messed up.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm James, and I'm glad I'm testing this out because it looks like there's no audio showing up. Say something to me.
Hello, is my audio showing up?
It looks like it's better than mine.
Awesome.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm James.
Oh boy. Hello, is my audio?
Alright, so your audio is working. Mine is not, though.
It's
That's excellent.
It's 11 o'clock and we haven't started recording. This is I guess this is
Hello.
normal.
Hello. Alright, now mine's working. Hey, I'm James.
I'm Timmy.
And together. Turn your gain up again. A little bit more up. And say something.
Hello.
Yeah, that's better. You got a little quiet for some reason. Alright, let's do this thing.
Let's cut the mustard.
Turn your gain up again. A little bit more up. And say something.
Hello.
Yeah, that's better. You got a little quiet for some reason.
I'm Timmy.
Here we go. And 3. And 2. And 1. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Coaster Talk Podcast. This is episode 150 of the show. It should be, I would put that in quotations, December 19th, 2021. Hopefully. I know I've been rather slacking in that department of prompt releases, but hopefully I am able to follow through with my word this time and fulfill that.
Yeah, Bob is not here this week. You're stuck with me.
Yeah, it's no
I'm
Bob.
In case you didn't know.
I took him off the show. He's out.
Yeah, he's too busy playing with pallets or something like that.
Yeah, I kicked him off the show. I just kept talking about pallets. Kept talking. I'm like, all right, go deal with your pallets then. Nah, he is.
He's really busy with work.
He is consumed by work right now. Cannot be taken away from his projects over there. So Timmy is here to fill in for this week.
Yep, I skipped part of my Christmas break to stay up at school so I could come over. Yeah, so I could come over to the studio, which is just James's room.
Exactly. And Timmy, interesting enough, park we were just at this year, actually just a few months ago, has a rather large and rather extreme update for us. I'm glad we were not
here during this time.
And again, this isn't because I've leaned one way or the other with this, but it's just, despite what other side you lie on with this argument, this is a lot.
Yeah.
To have to do going to an amusement park. So regardless of that, that's all I'm saying, is that this could be definitely something that kind of hinders on your experience a bit. So effective December 15th, so this was the day before we recorded the show, all guests that are 12 and older are now required to show proof of vaccination, a negative antigen COVID-19 test with 1 day of visiting, or a negative PCR test within 2 days of visiting. So, and then including in that, all guests 2 and older are still required to wear face masks at all times, including while outdoors. And to assist guests, there will be designated free rapid testing sites near the park entrance.
Oh, I didn't even see that. That part's kind of good at least. But this is a pretty big.
But that does say while supplies last. So if it's a busy day, and even if the supplies are there, you could be waiting in lines to get into the park before you even get into the park.
That's true. That's
a
security 2.0.
It's a bit of a hassle maybe to get into the park now.
It's like an extra layer of security. It's like security before you get to security now.
And I do want to say that those are designated days that is required. On non-designated days, so when they expect capacity to be lower, there to be a lower crowd size, the vaccination requirement and negative test requirement will not be implemented, but you'll still have to wear face masks at all indoor locations regardless of vaccination status. So if you're going on a day when they expect there to be a ton of people and folks coming out to the park, that's when you're going to see these restrictions in place. So if you're going during the week, most likely you'll probably be fine. But if you're going towards the weekend, you're looking at possibly having to get a COVID test or show your vaccination card to get into the park.
Right. It's just like it's not a too big of a deal. It's just kind of an inconvenience, really.
It is. Yeah.
Like it's just an extra layer you have to get to go to your park, your local park or whatever, or the park. Maybe you're going on vacation. There's an extra thing you have to do on your vacation to go to a park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's really all. I know Knott's also. I just want to throw that in there. Knott's also released a statement saying that they're requiring masks at all indoor venues again. That's not in the same jurisdiction as Magic Mountain, so I don't think these protocols apply to them. So the California Department of Public Health doesn't have the same requirements for Knott's Berry Farm, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
It is LA. I feel like all regulations should apply to that area, but Knott's doesn't seem to be implementing those requirements, so we're good over there. Again, only masks having to be worn inside at this time.
Right, and that's regardless of vaccination status. That's not just
yeah, that is everyone wearing mask while you're inside. So let's go over to one of the other super states. All right, stop. Well, actually, I'm the only one recording. I'm not used to that.
I know that's another convenient thing about me being here.
To one of the other super states. Oh no! I'm glad I stopped. My mic sounds really weird. California Department of Public Health doesn't have the same.
Hey, Bob's in the chat.
It's like echoing. Why is my mic echoing?
Bob, we started the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back.
4 or 5 minutes ago.
All right, I need you to turn your gain down again, maybe, actually.
Okay.
Hello, guys. I'm testing my microphone for episode number 150. You might have to restart, by the way.
That's fine.
Hello, guys. I'm testing my microphone for episode number 150. You might have... Did you turn your gain down?
Yeah, I turned it down one notch. It's at 3 instead of 4 now.
All right, I'm turning your noise gate up all the way to the maximum.
Well,
Because I can hear my echo from your mic, I think.
yeah, I kind of figured that.
All right, I'm turning your noise gate up all the way to the maximum. Because I can hear my echo from your mic, I think. All right, yeah, so I turned it up a lot, very much so. And that's fine, because noise gate in this application doesn't really mess with the... You just can't be talking really quiet. Like, you can't be like, yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Is Bob in the chat, you said?
Yeah, he is. He said he's glad that you screw everything up even when he's not there.
Bob, I'm tired of this abuse. You're not even fucking here. Screw everything up. We're actually doing rather well, I might say. We got 2 mics hooked up with no problem.
Yeah.
I got my virtual mixer here.
Bob still throw a pallet at you.
Screw your pallets.
Yeah, I mentioned your pallets in the in my introduction a bit. Now I have to redo it.
All right, are you ready to continue again?
Yeah. Are we just gonna start over?
Yeah, just start over, because... Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Coaster Talk Podcast. It is episode 150 of the show. It is hopefully December 19th. I haven't been able to truly release a episode promptly, like I promise each week. Hopefully this coming weekend I'll be able to edit it down and get it out December 19th. But hey, fingers crossed, that's when this episode's being released right now. Hopefully you're listening to this, it's Monday or Tuesday, and I've stayed true to my word. And we are joined by no other than the Anti-Bob.
That's me, Timmy. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Bob can't be here this week, so I'm here filling in for the big 150.
Yeah, I had to let go of Bob.
Yep, he's too busy playing with
just
pallets.
Consumed by these pallets. He's just obsessed with these pallets, man. He just won't stop.
I know. He's actually starting his own podcast, Pallet Talk Podcast.
Pallet Talk Podcast. No, he is currently just overwhelmed by work. So we decided that it was best for him to, continue through the projects of the night during while we're recording, and we'll just have Timmy come on and
I'm only
do the show with us.
I'm only a 20-minute drive away, so I'm sitting here right next to James right now.
Yeah, this is truly some great content here. We're in the same studio together. We're face to face. It's a real podcast here.
Yeah, real conversation going on, not just some phony internet stuff.
None of this Discord nonsense.
Yeah, no Craig.
No Craig. So interesting enough to me, a park we visited about 3 to 4 months ago.
During the summer.
Yeah, during the summer. August has now announced that they have updated their health requirements for things they are calling mega events. The California Department of Health is calling health requirements. This is Six Flags Magic Mountain. And this update, these requirements, these protocols that you'll have to follow is requirement of proof of vaccination, negative antigen test within 1 day of visiting, negative PCR test within 2 days of visiting, and they expect all guests who are over the age of 2 to wear masks at all times, including outdoor settings. And to assist guests in this process, there will be free rapid tests outside of the park while supplies last. So first off, that raises the question: if you show up and you're expecting to get a test at the park, they don't have one.
Like what
that
happens?
Could be a dilemma.
Yeah.
But also, you could be waiting in line theoretically for an hour before you get into the park. I mean, who knows? I mean, some of these crowds at Six Flags Magic Mountain, as we know, can get rather large.
Right.
So you could be waiting to get into the park, kind of.
Right. So it's just like another layer of line before you even get to security now.
Yeah. So that's a bit of a hinder on the experience, possibly. Again, I'm not necessarily taking a side on whether or not I think that's right or wrong in terms of, proving that you don't have the virus. But I'm glad that we got through the park gates without having to deal with that.
Right, just a little bit of an inconvenience.
A little bit of an inconvenience, correct. But again, that's only on these mega events, the days that they deem mega events when they expect a large number of individuals to attend their park. On days that are not designated as such, that requirement of a vaccination or negative test will not be there. And the guests that are 2 and plus will only have to wear face masks when they're indoors. And I do want to say Knott's also released something similar, not to this extent and not about the vaccination, proof vaccination or negative test, but they do expect everyone now to wear masks at all times while indoors.
Indoors, yeah.
At their park, regardless of your vaccination status. So that's an update that they released. And it's odd to me. I don't know. I know there are different districts and different municipalities within LA.
Mm-hmm. Like the counties.
Yeah, but it seems odd to me that Knott's isn't having to follow this order. Which you think, I mean, Knott's, I think, proximity-wise, is closer to the actual LA.
Like the downtown
district. So you'd think there'd be a larger, accumulation of the virus in that area, possibly. But it is Magic Mountain that is, at this time, releasing this update and requiring guests to perform these actions before entering their park.
Right. Speaking about Magic Mountain, there's another coaster that's getting painted Riddler's Revenge colors.
Riddler's Revenge green.
Yes. Over in SeaWorld Orlando. Yeah, Kraken.
And it's terrible. I am just not a fan of this green. And I think it is in part due to the fact that like 5 coasters this year are being painted the same green color.
It's a trend now for some reason.
It is a trend, and it is a trend that we need to cease. It is getting painted this. The actual track, the primary color, the track color will be this kind of dark, well, not really dark, like light neon green. And then the track, like the track supports will be like a darker shade of green. And it's just
gross, kind
of.
It's
gross. Yeah, it looks kind of like I vomited on the ride. I'm not a fan. I'm not. And I don't know. I thought Kraken was really a beautiful ride.
Yeah, Kraken looked fine. I didn't even think it really needed a repaint.
I don't even think it looked fine. I think it was really a good color scheme. Like it might have needed a repaint, but why not keep the same? I mean, I think it was an iconic color. Like I think it was easily recognizable as that is Kraken. When I saw those images online of the ride, I would that easily recognize the ride as Kraken.
Right. I want to know why we can't do this to Nitro at least. Like everything's being painted green.
Yeah.
We might as well be able. We can rag on this ride together since Bob isn't here.
Yeah.
We can talk about how that paint scheme isn't very great and it needs a repaint.
It does need a repaint for sure. I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind Kraken getting that, but Bizarro's getting the green. So
of course, yeah. I mean, maybe they'll have some green paint lying around, and they'll just get like at least the lift hill or something.
Bizarro's
hopefully,
getting it, and then you head over to Hershey and Sidewinder's getting it. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, and then Tatsu is getting it back at Magic Mountain.
Everybody's getting it. It's like they're really no joke. I mean, there has to be some sort of deal going on
sale on
with
green
this
paint.
Green paint. I can't wrap my mind around. Like at first, I was joking. The first couple times, I was like, it's a coincidence. Just so happens that 2 or 3 parks got this paint, but there's no logical path, I think, of getting to this point where 5 parks have now gotten the exact same color and are putting it on their coasters at the same time. It just it doesn't make sense. I can't wrap my mind around it.
You know, Intimidator 305 needs a repaint as well. Maybe we should just paint that green while we're at it.
And then I mean they got Tumbili coming. They'll just use the excess green that they're using for that coaster.
Yeah, I'm sure that's green. I'm sure that's the discounted paint. That's probably why it's green.
It's crazy. Everything's green. I've never seen so many green coasters in my life pop up in a span of less than 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
Half a year possibly.
You remember when it was a big thing? It's like, oh look, this coaster's getting a repaint this year, and now there's like everything's green. It's ridiculous.
It is quite absurd, and I don't think it looks good. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of these green. None of the really coasters this year I thought that are getting painted green looked that good.
Yeah.
But this especially is just like and I think it might be more of a knife twisting in your gut sensation more because again, Kraken was a beautiful ride.
Yeah, it was very beautiful.
So it's like you're ruining a good. At least with Tatsu, I didn't think Tatsu's color scheme was all that.
No, it was just a color scheme.
Yeah, exactly. It was what it was. I don't like the new color scheme, but it didn't feel the same as, this is like Hydra the Revenge at Dorney Park being painted neon pink or something. Like it's like it has a great color scheme, and you just came around and ruining it. So yeah, come on, SeaWorld. I think you can.
You know, I saw something on
do better than
SeaWorld's
this. Let's-
Instagram a little while ago, like, oh, what color should we repaint our coaster? And I wonder if someone just said, like, Tatsu green.
And everyone was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea, yeah.
And now they've doomed us to at least probably 10 or 15 years of ugly Kraken.
I know, it's so sad.
I'm glad we went down there and I got some great photos of Kraken with the
Yeah, that's
aqua.
a good point. Yeah, we did get our good, you got footage and stuff too, right?
Yeah, I
And
got some good photos, videos of it with its natural,
it's
and,
natural colors.
iconic blue.
Yeah, and we can use that for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll use that as stock footage of Kraken
until they fix their ride.
All right. Well, speaking of painting, and well, I wouldn't call what SeaWorld's doing TLC, but we'll just call it TLC because that's technically the name for it. Kennywood receiving something similar with their new. All right, hold up. The link you provided is not working.
Awesome.
I was like trying to get to the link to like look at it real quick, even though I know what's coming because I looked at it earlier, and that's just bothering me. All right, we're gonna have to restart the show. I'm just kidding.
It's literally the top thing on Reddit right now if you go there.
I'm just gonna link their website because I don't like Reddit. Hate Reddit. Reddit's the worst. Did you like that?
Which
Restart the show joke.
the show joke?
Restart the show.
Oh yeah, that was pretty great. We're gonna be like get the last bit of the show. Like, all right, and the weekly poll is, and you're like sneezing, like we have to restart the show.
So I take a breather for a second. You gotta restart. Well, I wouldn't call what SeaWorld's doing TLC, but we'll just call it TLC. And all right. Well, speaking of painting, we'll use that as stock footage of Kraken
until they fix their ride.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. So I guess you would have to call what they're doing to Kraken TLC. As much as I don't want to call it that.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the.
But it is.
Yeah,
it is taking care of their rides, maintaining their rides to what they deem the best of their ability, which I think is a cruel joke. But similarly, Kennywood has announced that they're going to be providing some TLC to their rides and to their park in general for the 2022 season. So not only are they going to be bringing back Kangaroo, which we've talked about, and painting Phantom's Revenge, which we talked about, but included in that catalog of rides being painted, we have, Kangaroo's getting repainted. So I don't know, that wasn't really officially known before they announced their 125th anniversary celebration.
Well,
details.
didn't we think Kangaroo was even getting removed?
You said what?
Wasn't Kangaroo supposed to get removed?
Yeah, but we that was a couple weeks ago they released that they weren't going to do so.
Is that them being like surprise?
Yeah, that was their kind of. Well, Bob it was a marketing scheme. Hey, we can get rid of 4 rides, but then we'll bring back the one ride that everyone cares about, and that's iconic.
I think I remember him mentioning that on the show a while ago.
Yeah, so that's exactly, and that was most likely what the actual thought process was. But Kangaroo will be getting repainted along with coming back and having a new program system. And then also additionally, Racer, their dueling wooden coaster, will get painted, and Thunderbolt will be repainted as well. Also included in this TLC is a entranceway refurbishment, revamp.
That's always nice.
It looks very nice, yes.
Yeah.
So actually, I think the last time you came on our show, we talked about the Lake Compounce
edition, that's right.
How they were kind of doing a very similar thing with the renovation and revitalization of their entranceway and of their some of their restaurants and shops and whatnot. And that's exactly what we're looking at with Kennywood here, which, again, it looks great. So they're actually going to be erecting a statue of a carousel, one of their carousel horses. Yeah. It's going to be painted that Kennywood yellow. They're going to have the front entranceway painted that Kennywood yellow, which I do want to say they're really embracing the Kennywood yellow. Yes, it's been a color and it's been definitely the iconic Kennywood color for a long time. But they're really embracing that now,
Yeah, well-
and are really trying to utilize that as almost like a brain recognition tool.
It's better than green.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think
it's much better than green.
I think it's quite an appealing color.
Yeah. I think this looks really. It reminds me of the Carowinds, front entrance, like not rebranding, but like the facelift. I think it looks very nice.
Indeed, and along with that, along with all of those great revitalizations of their entranceway and revitalization of their old mill attraction as well, that'll get a facelift as well. They're gonna paint the exterior queue area of that, and but along with that, they're actually going to repave all of the park, is my understanding. So I actually watched the live stream, and I can't remember what position this individual was, but he was stating that the entire park will, and I quote, be this dark asphalt color. And I assume that means the entire park's getting repavement with asphalt. Okay. All right. I couldn't do it. Mom! Jesus, my mom is laughing so loud. Here, hold up.
I'm gonna get some more water too. I'm getting some more water. Sorry, audience. I'll be right back.
She's watching the Goldbergs. That's the guy from the...
Oh my god. Of course. Life is so funny.
It's the guy that's in the Star Wars Galaxy.
Oh, I totally just spilled water.
It's okay.
I guess it's just water.
It is just water. Correct?
No, false. Oh boy.
Was, but he was stating that... I'm gonna find this video real quick and find out who this guy is, so I can go back and... So I want to say who it was, because I watched the video and I knew his title up until now. I forgot it now. Oh, you can actually vote on the theme of the queue.
Of
All of them.
all of what?
Select 3 themes you'd like to see depicted on a massive new collage in the Jackrabbits queue.
Oh. Cam said, "Oh, Jill." In the chat, he heard her, I guess.
Oh, man.
Anyone's been doing a lot of voting stuff.
I think they're realizing that they upset their audience and they're trying to give back to their audience a little bit and say, hey, our park's future's in your hand a little bit. You have more say-so than you think. They're trying to make it appear that way, at least.
And Kennywood. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out on a beautiful December day at Kennywood. We're excited to see you here. I'm John Riley. I'm Chief Operating Officer for Palace Entertainment. That's the parent company for Kennywood, Sandcastle, Idlewild, and Soapstone, and about 22 other leisure facilities in the United States and Australia.
It was John Riley, the COO of Palace Entertainment. This individual was, but he stream and all of the park is my understanding. So I actually watched the live stream, but along with that, they're actually going to paint the exterior queue area of that, and but along with that. All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm going to start 3, 2. But again, in addition to these beautifying and refurbishments of their actual attraction, these restorations of their attractions and their entranceway, they're also doing something so basic and so not really... Oh my God. She's laughing again. I'm not going to be able to get through the show with her doing that. I'm going to crack up.
For the audience that doesn't know, we just went outside and she goes, ha ha ha, they're at Hershey Park.
That's all she said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
But again, along with these improvements, these makeovers, these restorations of their attractions and their front entranceway, they're also doing something that's so basic and so really unnoticeable, but really will provide, I think, a better guest experience. And that is in pavement. People don't really think about pavement, but it really does, I think, completely overhaul and change the
feel.
Park, aroma and feel, atmosphere. And it really can make a park just feel nicer.
Right, because look at Six Flags parks where there's cracks all over the pavement.
It just doesn't feel kept up nicely. And I think that's a major facet of those parks is that pavement. Not obviously the most crucial, but a major part nonetheless. And so they're actually going to repave, is my understanding. John Riley, the COO of of Palace Entertainment, which is the parent company of Kennywood, said in the video that they did, the live stream video that they did this day, the Thursday, as the day we're recording, they said that the entire park's going to have this dark asphalt color, which I stated that in our group chat that we have with Bob and a bunch of other friends, and Bob said, so yes, they're either repaving or
they're just painting everything.
They might just be painting the asphalt black, which would be a very Palace Entertainment move. But no, I think what their intent is to repave the entirety of the park, which is great because, again, that can really enhance and update a park feel for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So again, that's kind of the extent of their TLC and their overhaul, modernization of their park with their rides and all of that. But they also are going to have some new events. They're going to have, as a part of Celebrate America, an event called God damn it, I can't find it. I know the name. This is killing me, Timmy. I had all these thoughts gathered.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't remember seeing this anywhere on the rundown, at least.
All right, here it is. They're going to have, as a part of Celebrate America, an event called... All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Summer Light Up Festival. And it doesn't seem to me, at least, that this is going to be the bearer of only fireworks, right? Because we're looking at, and this is a quote, Kennywood in a whole new light. The future of this new illuminating celebration is bright.
Oh, man, they're poets now.
It seems like we could be looking at potentially some sort of pyrotechnic laser show as well, maybe. Bob had mentioned
Bob would love that.
Kennywood had quite a great one prior to, I don't know when they actually released it, but prior to whenever they decided to cease their event, they had a pretty great one. And now it appears they may be bringing that back. So
That'd be great.
Because again, that doesn't just say fireworks. It would be pretty easy to say we have a fireworks spectacular. That's it. But they're very careful with saying illuminating event, bright, new light. You know,
So it'll probably just be fireworks.
they don't choose to pinpoint fireworks. I think that's. I think that, in my opinion, at least, is purposeful.
Or they're just
intentional.
They're just trying to troll us and lead us on again, and it's just
for
gonna be
for a laser light show. It's all about effing with Bob.
Yeah,
because he would love a laser light show.
Yeah, this is actually just them. They're like, "Yep, we're actually just removing Kangaroo.
We're just actually getting. We see Kennywood in a whole new light without Kangaroo.
Yeah, without Kangaroo.
Kangaroo's gone.
And Phantom. We're taking Phantom out too.
That's gone too.
Yeah.
And you like Jackrabbit too, Bob? Really? You love it? All right, we're getting rid of that too.
Yeah.
We're
actually just closing up. We're closing the park.
Get out of here. Yeah, and as well, to that event, they're also going to have a new springtime opening event called Spring Kickoff. So that sounds awesome. I don't really know. They didn't really release details of what that event will include, but that will be an event. What? You're killing me. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
How many times do you think she'll come back and like put Belle back in the brain? Woo!
Start laughing again.
On a roll tonight.
Everyone saw her sneak in too on the whole live stream because the camera's pointed at that door.
Why did you almost fall off your ladder at the aroma?
What did he say?
He said aroma. I about fell off my ladder laughing.
You were talking about it changes the aroma of the park when they when they change the asphalt.
What's
That's like the smell.
No, it's not. It's, all right. That is all right. Here's the definition of aroma. One of the definitions is a distinctive, typically pleasant smell, and the second definition is a subtle, pervasive quality or atmosphere of a particular type.
All right.
So you guys don't know English. I'm sorry. Words can have multiple meanings, guys. Just so you know. That's my
Cap.
Coaster Talk quote of the day. That's my if you learn anything, it is a smell, but it has two meanings. Like it's a double, like it can mean bullshit. I'm just telling you that's a fact. That's the definition of the word. All right. Let's see if Jill
Interrupts again. As soon as we hit record, probably.
Bob's looking for his next Bollywood.
Yeah, he
thing.
really
Yeah,
is.
I know he is. He's gonna do the aroma thing. I know. Not today, Bob.
James saved me on that one. Otherwise, I'd somehow get hooked into that too.
Spider-Verse. How did we talk about Spider-Verse?
He said Philip just got a Spider-Man.
Hi, Pennsylvania. That's what Mike just said.
Yeah, I saw that. Because we're talking about Kennywood, that's why.
No, it's because he misspelled Pam.
No, it's because you were talking about Kennywood.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we were talking about when Jill interrupted me. But that will be an event. So that sounds awesome. I don't really know. They didn't really release details of what that event will include, but that will be an event. All right, so we're pretty much done with Kennywood, actually. So
We're just going to transition now.
yeah, Bob. I think, Bob, as much as I hate it, I think Todd might be right. Well, I don't agree that the lawsuit is petty, but I do agree that it seems that the document, the easement, actually might include a clause that indemnifies him from any kind of lawsuit. So as much as I don't think it's petty because he is blocking entry into this area, this property that this individual has an easement for. I do think there is a protection in the document that I don't know. I'm a little nervous about Todd, my boy.
Your boy.
You want to give me some more water? Spills it all over my computer.
I'm too scared to pour anymore. Why don't you just do it yourself? Pam's new name is Barely Awake. Did you know that? She said, "Hi, Mike. I'm
I
barely
agree,
awake,
Bob.
lol."
I agree, but I do think it's in there, and I think it's because he wasn't the one that was the easement was put into place under, possibly, because it says the trustees were the ones that were he inherited it from the trustees. He's the heir to the trustees' doings and biddings, so I think there might be some sort of, I don't know. I think that might be what is being said somewhat. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But I do think it's ridiculous that he's saying it's a petty claim. I think that's a poor choice of words. You see, take all these notes, Timmy. This is me trying to get Bob to write out his point so you can have an argument with me.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Good work. Y'all start talking like, well, first, that's what the petty thing.
He used the wrong word. He used thought instead of though. Let's crucify him. I'm just kidding. I agree. I think it might have had meaning with the trustees in mind, and now with it being a Keldon's holding property, has lost that meaning. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going to talk about. Could be wrong.
No, James, you're wrong.
Could be.
You like that, Bob? I don't even know what this whole argument is about. I'm very behind on this, Konya.
So Alex just explained it on the show.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping you would do.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2. I love how he said. I'll say it on the show actually. 3, 2, 1. So let's stay in Pennsylvania and let's go to our favorite topic of discussion.
Oh yes,
the one, the only, Conneaut Lake Park, and you know who we're talking about. Todd Joseph. Oh yeah. No. Bob K. Mertz and Todd Joseph. They actually had a love child.
Yes. It's called Blue Streak.
It's called
and it's only Bob's child.
Yeah, and Todd has abandoned it.
Yeah.
And is ready to abort. He is getting rid of that child. No. Todd has now been quoted as saying that there is a petty claim in place from a lawsuit being filed by D3 LLC, which is a company that owns property on what is Conneaut Lake. And there's actually an easement in place that allows for D3 to cross over the property of Conneaut Lake and to get into his own property. So he's able to access his property by via Conneaut Lake Park. And so now there's this lawsuit in place because D3, the company, is saying that Todd Joseph has purposely and permanently obstructed access to that property, and that is against the easement that was put in place by.
How are they saying
Todd
that he
Joseph.
obstructed this?
So I believe they said there's some fencing he put up as well as some shrubbery.
So this isn't really like Turd Joseph is destroying the park. This is more of a just that he put a
this isn't
fence
a
up.
Todd Joseph. This doesn't even have to do with Conneaut Lake. This has to do how he's treating the community and the residents of Conneaut Lake. Yes, he's doing some awful things, but again, this is a community park, right? I mean, this is what we've talked about.
Yeah.
With Bob on the show, and me and Bob have talked about it on the show. The park is a community park, and you can't really have a community park when you're a dick to the community.
It's kind of just like your own thing then.
And that's the thing is that in this article he's expressing again that he has no fondness of the community. He's just being a jerk again. He said this is a petty claim. It's nonsense. No other person has claimed that this land is obstructed. This parcel is obstructed by anything I've done, and it's just being very. He's kind of condemning. This suit is kind of false, and I don't know. I think that's kind of. I mean, obviously, someone's not going to file a lawsuit against you, saying that you're obstructing their property, access to the property, if you're not obstructing their property, in some facet, some fashion.
Right. There's just no reason to just file some false claim.
Exactly.
Right. So there's something
ridiculous.
going on.
So saying.
And he's saying that's petty that
for
him to. He's saying it's petty for him to say, "Hey, I can't get to my property that I purchased."
That's petty. And he's saying that.
And he also called the company the wrong thing, called them the 3Ds or whatever instead of the D3.
He misidentified the company as the 3Ds. In his legal filing, he in his legal statements, he referred to the company as the 3Ds instead of the D3 company, the LLC. So it's pretty funny. But yes, he also is not allowed. This is what I believe the legal. I'm trying to find the actual quote here, but there was actual legal advice from, I believe, the court itself that said you should not be representing yourself because you're not an attorney. So it is things like this where he misidentifies the complainant.
He said this is simply a matter of the 3Ds wanting to extend their property to the width of the easement.
Yeah. He should not be defending himself. He's not an attorney, as the court says, and he's making a fool out of himself yet again, and he's doing so in a way that's hurting his reputation within the community. And just another tale from the man himself, Turd Joseph. It's ridiculous. Neville Dean, who's the attorney representing the D3 LLC and its owner, Brian Dean, declined to comment. And then again, Joseph's comment was, it's a petty claim. So that concludes our story out of Conneaut. It's producing a story every week, something we can follow every week.
Yeah, this is giving you free content.
It really is. It's sad too. It's such a small park, such a small community. You'd hope they get along. And
yeah, is Blue Streak actually dead? Like, is that confirmed?
It's not confirmed yet. No, we did have an individual on Facebook post about
Facebook
it being gone for good.
Facebook is the source of all true knowledge.
I know it is. That's where we can get this hard, solid facts. There is it from Facebook.
Yes.
You mean Meta? Always rely on those discussion groups to give us the facts.
You mean the Meta?
Yeah, the metaverse.
Yes.
But yeah, we don't know it's officially gone yet. We do know that there's photos of it being removed, the actual trains being removed from
RMC.
The track, and it's actually, they have like a tunnel, and there's just a huge gaping hole in the tunnel. It's like they took like a wrecking ball and just hit the side of the tunnel.
Oh,
and
no.
It looks like they're just removing the train.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
What
like
they're saying is, it could be that they're just removing it to do some maintenance on it, get it in shape and, get it ready for next year. But the way they're treating it, it seems like an early indication of its removal.
That's just going to get RMC'd, it's obvious.
RMC Blue Streak. Oh, Bob would be livid.
Oh,
Bob would be livid.
I would tune into that live looking. That would be a red Sour Patch Kid right there, right behind him.
Yeah, it would be. If they got an RMC, that would be a nail in the coffin for Bob and Conneaut Lake.
Yeah, that'd be it.
That'd be it.
That'd be funny because that'd be Todd Joseph investing money into the park too.
It would be. It would be a major investment, but an investment
that Bob would not agree with.
Bob would be.
We need to go ride this next season if we can.
Yeah, we do.
If it exists still.
If it does, that's a coaster that
That
needs to
should be a
ridden
priority to get to
ASAP.
ride before it
That
gets...
needs to be the ASAP coaster list. That's
Yeah.
the top of the list, I think. But if they got a new coaster with the Blue Streak RMC, that'd be.
Oh, Bob is saying in the live chat right now that they just rebuilt the tunnel.
Oh, did they? Interesting.
That's good.
Interesting.
This
That
is good news for our
good.
ASAP trip to
That
Conneaut
is.
Lake Park.
There we go.
What if we go there and we see Todd Joseph?
That'd be kind of cool.
I'd get a picture.
I could get a restraining order filed on me. 'Cause, that's what he loves to do. That. So
I'd get him to sign something for my friend Bob.
Always. Oh, Bob's saying in 2018 they.
Oh.
Okay, I was like, did they really? I'm on Conneaut Lake Facebook groups and I haven't seen any of that, but I'm like, interesting. Bob knows stuff
That even
that I
Facebook
don't
doesn't.
Sometimes he just finds stuff out. I'm like, I really feel like I would have seen something about that.
So they rebuilt it before Todd, and so
Yeah,
now
and then
it's
they-
really
and
not
then-
looking
and then
good.
they destroyed it. Yeah,
It's
okay.
really not looking good then.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. What to say? I think we might be looking good then with Blue Streak if that's the case.
I had a sigh,
but again-
a little bit of relief there for a second.
There's a small chance Blue Streak gets RMC'd, right?
Yes,
And and Conneaut gets a new coaster in the form of that.
that would be
And
very interesting if this community park just has an RMC in
in
it.
the middle of a small little town. You just have a huge RMC.
It's like Steel of Vengeance, like height.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine
Kind of like this new huge ride going to Thorpe Park, which is going to be the tallest ride in the UK at 236 feet.
that was a great transition. Oh my!
I know. I was trying to get there. I kept saying they're getting a new ride, and then I was trying to get into the.
I was like, no, but look,
Yeah,
Conneaut.
And then well, Bob
Jokes.
just said this. But yes, the tallest coaster in the UK, which replacing the big one, so knocking it down in the pedestal in the rankings there, would be this new ride going to Thorpe Park. And yeah, we don't really. I don't know if we actually know the manufacturer yet. I haven't been following this project like I should be.
I have not either.
As I'm a bad coaster boy, but I don't think we know the manufacturer. We just know.
It looks like steel curtain. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
The structure.
Some of the renderings are odd. Like some of the renderings just doesn't have a track type. It looks like it's just like two rails being held up by supports.
I think they're doing that on purpose.
Yeah, most definitely. But then when you get like close-up shots, to me it looks like Intamin track or Mac
I could
track.
see that.
I think it's Intamin track.
It looks kind of
It has
odd.
like-
There's just, like,
it's
do you
like
see
the-
this
it's
one
like the V.
this picture of this like straight track?
Yeah. So it looks like
There,
they're man the ride a little bit.
That looks like an Intamin.
But I think that might be a launch
yeah.
portion of the ride, and they just don't have the fins on the actual rendering. But then,
Or they're going for the Superman at Six Flags America approach.
yeah,
That could be.
maybe they are. Maybe they're just like, hey, straight track's awesome. We embrace straight track here. Which is funny because most people are complaining that Thorpe Park is lacking in the department of airtime. And for them to just throw in some straight track instead of having some airtime hills on the ride is pretty comical. But I'm really curious about this. If you see this curve out of the station, it's like almost banking 90 degrees exiting
That
the
looks like
station.
an anticipation turn, or whatever they called it.
It is literally banking like 90 degrees coming out of the station. It's a very, very interesting curve out of there. So that's what has me thinking Intamin. Again, they do have a lift hill. It looks like. So that's where I'm going. I don't know if this is
Maybe it's a brake run at the end.
That's it could be that. It could be that they're maybe we could see a chain lift launch coaster.
That would be
A
interesting.
mix of the both. Who knows? I mean, nothing's impossible when we're talking Intamin here. So that's all we really know about the project at this point, at least to my knowledge. Hopefully,
I
there's
still
not a lot of
think
British people going, what what are you talking about? We know everything. I mean,
Yeah.
we do have, again, renderings and promotional art for the ride. Well, not promotional art, but we have like the concept art, for the ride. And we have the actual like architectural blueprints where you can see the overhead shot of the ride and all of its components. But yeah, other than
yeah,
that,
it looks.
we
I
don't know
still think
too
the
much
structure
about
and
ride
everything.
Statistics.
I think the structure and everything makes it look like steel curtain. Just
It
that
does. It does.
just that one bit with the lift hill and then like all those inversions packed in together.
I agree. It does look like, and the inversions are unique, very unique and different. It looks in in this conceptual art. So,
But yeah, we have like everything for this coaster already. All we need is a POV.
yeah, we do need a POV.
Yeah. Speaking about POVs, guess what
Yeah.
just got released finally?
Yeah, and maybe another potentially Intamin ride if Thorpe Parks really truly is the Intamin coaster that we think it might be. Pantheon, after 3 years
Of staring at
of
it.
staring at it, I've seen the BGW fans leaks and just knowing what we're getting. We finally get to see the first person point of view video from Busch Gardens themselves. This was officially posted. It was originally leaked like a couple hours before they posted it, but they did end up officially posting it to their YouTube channel.
Do you think that was just like, oh crap, they got leaked, we got to put it out now?
I don't know. Yeah, were they trying to like save their asses a bit? Like, let's just do it now.
I
What do we have
wonder.
to lose? It's already out there, or I don't know if that was planned or not. I'm not sure. I would imagine it was planned, and somebody just happened to get it early somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow got access to it early. But that would be quite funny if.
They're like, oh no,
Oh no! What do we do?
we got to release it now.
No, what do we got? We got to do it now. Because there was no build up really. There was no anticipation.
It's just like,
It was just
it's
dropped.
out there now.
Yep, there it was. I didn't. Typically parks, even though the dropping of a POV isn't something that's that anticipated
Right.
and that apprehended, and
It's not a big extravagant event.
it's not something that we look forward to so much. It is something that they typically tease at least.
They
Like,
did that
oh,
with Iron Gwazi, right? They
Iron
said
Gwazi, Icebreaker. I think when we
the other SeaWorld coasters that were supposed to come out in 2020.
yeah, all the, pretty much every SeaWorld coaster.
So
ever.
maybe this was something where I was like, oh, we gotta cover ourselves here.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Is that they would have tried to market it, promote it a little bit beforehand, but
Either way, I'm happy we got it.
yeah. Either way, the ride looks great. Clearly, running slow because it is running test rides. There's no one in the ride at all. No one in the ride vehicle, and it still looks kick butt. So
Yeah.
I think we're in for quite a treat. Yeah, I think Pantheon's going to be a sleeper hit. I think it had some hype when it first got announced, and I think it definitely has dwindled some with its anticlimactic opening
Stall
schedule
of,
here.
Yeah, stall of building.
And I think it really could be a ride that.
Wait, so are you saying it's not a good thing for them to open it this year? Or they should not start this whole debate again? This great debate that actually lasted like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And that just due to the fact that we were exhausted. But, yeah. Pantheon got released. Looks great. We'll be riding it here in March of 2022. I got to get to Busch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got my passport to Thrills or whatever it's called. I got my email that says I'm
I got to get my other
in.
visit. I think I visited twice since that mass email went out where you had to get your 3 visits in, and I've only visited twice. So I will be visiting before the year's end at least once to get my passport to Thrills.
Enjoy the
email,
Christmas town
which I think is
crowds.
dumb. I mean, I'm paying for a membership next year, so I think I should just inherently get into the passport to Thrills event. But
You're asking for too much from
I know,
SeaWorld.
it's ridiculous. I just want my $400 to mean something.
You know
It's
what? For that, your Platinum Pass only gets you 30% off on merchandise now.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Say something bad about SeaWorld again, and we'll just take it away.
You're just gone. You just get nothing. You just pay $400. You just give them $400, and that's
Yeah.
it. It's a charity. All right, that does it for the first half of the show. When we get back, we're talking Star Wars some, but don't worry, it's theme park related, as well as
It is?
It is
Okay.
theme park related, and as well as the weekly poll, which you guys chose not to answer.
Good job.
Good job, guys. We'll be right back.
Now I have
after
to
this
answer
break.
something I didn't even know about.
We'll be right back after this break. And we're back. I'm just kidding. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I wanna rock with you all night, dance you into the. Here we go. Second half of the show has begun. Welcome back, everyone. I refuse to that be the opening. That was pretty bad. All right, ready?
Yes. I couldn't tell if you were joking on that one with that restart. All right, let's get it.
Here we go. All right, everybody, welcome back to the second half of the show. It is now time to talk Star Wars, which me and Timmy I think it's safe to say just we're nerds.
Mm-hmm.
We are nerds of the Star Wars universe. And Disney has...
another thing I'm nerdy about. Fantastic.
Oh, God. But they suck. They ruined Star Wars. So
They did ruin Star Wars.
I
But I don't know if we want to get into that in this
I can't be a fan.
This would be a 45-hour podcast if we
really
start
would
talking
be.
about how Disney ruined
It
Star
really would be.
Wars.
So first off, we want to talk about this welcome video. So Star Wars Galactic Star
This
Cruiser
is about this
is
Galactic Star Cruiser.
a hotel that Disney has construed, and
They did something.
I don't know what they did. It seemed like a good idea at first. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard the initial concept of the Galactic Star Cruiser hotel, I thought, oh, okay, I can get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Then they announced that it was gonna be
$5,000 for 2 days.
$5,000 for 2 days, and 2 nights at the hotel, and that it wouldn't really be tied in with any of the franchise. It's going to be totally separate from the movies. I mean, you're really just flying around
In space. Like,
it's basically just a space adventure.
right. Does not feel Star Wars. It feels sci-fi, perhaps, but
Sure, exactly.
it doesn't really feel Star Wars.
Yes. And why we're talking about this, why this is relevant to this week's episode in particular, is they released a welcome video. So that's what's going to play as you enter the
Well, they
hotel.
actually sent this out to people who already signed up.
Yes, but this is also playing for people that show up at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we got access to it, is that they have given some previews to media and influencers that they decided to come show the hotel to. And the welcome video, may just be one of the worst pieces
it's
of
bad.
content from Disney ever.
It's pretty bad.
And I think that's pretty low, because Disney's released some really great stuff, but Disney's released some really bad stuff too.
Right, like the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, exactly, that's what I was going to say. They are the proprietors of the sequel trilogy, and that's pretty terrible. And I would say this is worse. It is essentially this purple alien girl who is very clearly reading a teleprompter.
Oh, you can see her eyes move from left to right the entire time.
People are saying, "Oh, this is all purposeful." The cheesiness is purposeful. It's trying to show.
They're trying to make it
this
like
is
a budget
cheesy
travel agency.
80s travel agency kind of, and they're trying to, pitch this Star Cruiser hotel to you, as if you're in, this cheesy travel agency, and I don't know. Despite that, I think it is cheesy. I think that might be true, but I think it's working hand in hand with just cheesy production as well.
Yeah, well, at one point, I'll put it this way. At one point, she had an iPhone case, and that was like her hollow projector,
coming out of her
device.
iPhone case.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cheesy. That's just low budget.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just, that's
It's
just
crazy.
bad production. It's really bad. And the face paint, it's clearly, she just has body paint on.
Yeah.
Like typically when they do aliens in Star Wars, even if it is painted, you can tell it's like a deep coat, and they look like it's their skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
This just looks like the girl's painted purple.
Right. And well, the whole problem about this whole video is that it's not Star Wars. Like, there's nothing Star Wars happening the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, there's not even a little hint of anything besides maybe the hologram coming from the iPhone.
Yeah, and the thing, the background, because it's obviously a chroma key. It's like a green screen. Might be a Luma, I don't know, but it's some sort of green screen effect, and the background doesn't look like the background of any Star Wars ship I've ever seen.
Yeah.
On the contrary, it looks like something. It looks like it could be out of a 2021 commercial airline plane. It looks very, very primitive compared to what we've seen in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
And yeah, it's just ridiculous that this is what we get out of Disney, especially when, again, if this was a $200, $300 a night experience, I could go, sure, this is bad, but
Hey,
who
they're trying to
cares?
get people in. Yeah.
They're charging $4,000 or $5,000 to spend to spend 2 nights at this hotel.
Right. What even? That's just so sad.
And they justify this kind of quality for their I just can't comprehend it. But okay, we'll give them that. We'll just say, let's just say the welcome video was purposefully, intentionally cheesy. We'll go with that. We'll go, sure, right? Go right ahead and say that. Their promo for this with I can't think of, they had an Imagineer and they had a child actor from the Goldbergs. Can't think of the kid's name right now, but they were both on this video promoting the Galaxy Star Cruiser Hotel, right? And first off, again, with the control area of this,
right? It does not look Star Wars.
Huge, massive, fantastic. Like when you see the CGI of the actual ship in their promotional videos, it really does look like a fantastic Star Wars ship. And then you go inside in the controlled area, and it again looks like we're talking 1980s Star Trek.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. And this is what we are going to see out of the hotel. I believe this is the hotel itself. Like, this is what they've built. So there's no denying, they're going for that. And then when you get there, like, this is what we're going to see out of this hotel. $5K a night. And most definitely Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run, I think, were much better.
Oh, yes. Rise of the Resistance
design.
was amazing.
But again, with
Smuggler's Run.
flying the Millennium Falcon is considered one of the crappiest ships in the Star Wars universe. Like, it's a junk. It's a piece of junk.
Right.
Han won it, and from Lando, and they're all smugglers, and they're not. They're just they're scrapping by, and he's flying around this piece of junk. It's like driving around an old Toyota truck. Like it's supposed to be
like some old 2003 Grand Marquis that's all rusted.
Yeah, like Timmy drives exactly, and it's supposed to be crappy. And I think the controls in that looked more advanced and more complicated and more.
Oh yeah,
more Star Wars.
It definitely looked more Star Wars. I think the funny at least one of the funniest parts. There were a couple funny moments, but when in the beginning of the trailer, when they walk into this big control bridge, they go, wow, it's like I'm in the movie. And she's like, but this isn't the movies. And it's like, yes, there is nothing from the movies anywhere.
Such passion, such authority. And she reaches her arms out. This isn't the movies.
It's like, there's nothing from the movies anywhere.
Dying when she said that.
Yeah, there's nothing from the movies anywhere.
True. It's not the movies. And that's why this sucks, is because Disney does not know how to manage this property, the Star Wars property. They just can't do it, and they just fail every time so horrendously with sequels. And now with this, it's just a joke, and that's exactly what it should be. The movies, we should be immersed in Star Wars. That's what Universal's done so well. You feel like you're in Diagon Alley, and you feel like you're at Hogsmeade when you're at Universal.
Oh yeah, like when you go in for Forbidden Journey, and you feel like you're in Hogwarts.
Exactly. That's how I should feel like I'm in a Star Wars ship when I'm in the Star Cruiser Hotel. And
for $5K a night, or $5K every 2 nights, I guess. But
and hey, guess what, guys? Going into some weird random nightclub in this hotel and seeing a Twi'lek sing a song for 2 seconds does not make it Star Wars, because that's later on in this video. This they venture into this little random nightclub, and there's just this Twi'lek girl like, this is where the journey begins, singing some weird song
right.
for like literally a duration of 2 or 3 seconds. And that's it. That's all we get out of this hotel. That's all we know about the hotel, is that you go into some weird nightclub and you can see this Twi'lek sing. That's just not Star Wars. That doesn't make it Star Wars. You can't just throw in random aliens. It's just uncomfortable, and it's just I was just very disappointed with this trailer.
Yeah,
and again, this lady is an Imagineer.
Isn't she one of the head Imagineers?
I think she's an executive Imagineer. Yes, and she's acting as if this is
the grandest thing
feat that Disney has ever
accomplished.
Yeah,
but it is very sad.
And
the best part about all this is that Disney deleted the video.
Oh yes, there was such this is not just me and Timmy being hardcore Star Wars fans. Disney revoked the video. It is no longer on any of the Disney pages. You can still find it online, because obviously there are those that screen recorded and downloaded the video and have reproduced it now online, but they realized that people are not happy about this and have subsequently deleted it from all social media pages.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is really crazy. Yeah, and my favorite part, really, truly, I have to say before we conclude this rant, is when the Imagineer at the beginning of the video says hello there, not knowing that is a Star Wars reference, and doesn't at all intend to
Make a joke
with that. That's how I knew in my heart that this was going to be bad.
Yeah, this is not a Star Wars.
She said hello
fan
there,
experience.
and I was like, oh, like she's definitely going for that. But then I was like, no, I don't think she.
I don't think she
Her
was.
delivery wasn't at all in that Obi-Wan voice. It wasn't. She didn't like laugh after. Like she was serious. Like it was just a hello there. It was just a simple hello there, and I just knew then and there that we were doomed. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at with the Galaxy Star Cruiser or the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, we're not looking at much.
A $5,000
hole in your pocket.
Hole in your pocket, yeah. If you really want to spend 2 nights at a hotel, which again, the rooms are the size of probably half of my bedroom.
Right, they make a bunk bed.
And you're $5,000 to stay in some bunk beds, and there's one like queen size bed, but that's it. That's all the room includes. I mean, it is tiny. It is really, really tiny. It is really, really
Right,
small.
I heard someone say they did that so that you weren't in your room as much and you're out experiencing the ship and the parks. But
yeah.
Then when you go to bed at night, you're just uncomfortable. That sounds miserable.
Yeah.
For $5,000.
Yeah. So you have a great time during the day, but then when you actually want to return to your room, relax some, you're in for a treat. And I guess you have some sort of shared shower with guests. I don't know like how that works. I didn't see any bathroom unit in the room.
I hope there's something.
I
hope there's something.
Maybe there's like a bowl underneath your bed, and you release in that. And they're really trying to, this is where they're trying to really implement that idea that this is a wartime. We gotta.
Oh yes, we are in a war.
Yeah,
yes.
We don't have things like bathrooms these days.
Yeah, they come in and they also wake you up at 6 a.m. with your sergeant and everything. And
yeah.
I really hope that we're wrong about this and that somehow they're gonna fix all of this and there's gonna be like a great Star Wars experience in the hotel and they're gonna make it feel more like you're in the universe. But knowing Disney, they don't care about Star Wars like we do. No,
this is all seems a money grab, and it seems like it's more for those that are more so with Star Wars, really.
Right.
Which is, I think, completely. I think most times you can say, hey, like roller coasters, that's a niche.
Oh,
you can definitely say, amusement parks aren't for coaster enthusiasts. But just like Harry Potter, I think is for the Harry Potter world is for the Harry Potter fans. Star Wars Land and Star Wars Hotel should be for Star Wars fans. And you can't argue that Star Wars is probably one of the largest fan bases ever to exist.
Right.
So you can't say, oh, well, that's too niche. You can't expect them to be, appealing to just the Star Wars. Yes, you can.
Yeah, they can make a lot of money. There's a lot of rich Star Wars fans.
There's a lot of money. There's a lot of rich Star Wars, but there's a lot of money just in that market alone.
Oh, yeah.
And that comes those that are, so-so on Star Wars. So-so Star Wars, they don't care, like, if it's accurate or not. I mean, it could be the most accurate representation of the Star Wars universe, or it could be the least accurate. They don't care. So what's the harm in making an accurate representation of Star Wars?
Right, you're just going to get more fans to come.
You're going to get more of the fans as well as those that are, cold, whatever, medium temp on Star Wars. Yeah, it's fine. It's a good, I don't mind it. I'll go stay in the hotel. So I think this is a total failure on Disney's part as far as I can tell. I do know I watched a video of individuals that went into the hotel and, they were saying it was an okay experience and they expected to, they were trying to be optimistic. Oh, they still have a lot to do and to improve on. And, by the time this opens up to the public, we think, blah, 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 blah.
Right, but I'm sure Disney also paid for their entire experience.
Exactly. So they can't.
They don't want to crap.
They are the media.
Right.
They have to portray this in a Disney got a hit. Go to the star. But also, right, I know I just said we were going to conclude this rant, but last point. Not only did Disney remove all mentions and traces of this video online, since this video's release, there has actually been people unreserving spots to stay at this hotel. So the first 3 months of this hotel were fully booked. You could not, what was it, May, June, July? Couldn't book a thing.
Like that, yeah.
And now there are 20 days available that you can go and visit within those 3 months and go and visit this hotel. So there's that as well. I am I'm not shocked. I am actually quite happy. I think that's a great slap in the face to Disney to really step up their game because this was a disappointment.
All I'm saying is if this was at the Disneyland property, it'd be much better.
Because Disneyland's a regional park and they really know how.
Right. They
to
know how to
make
cater
things
to
work.
fans out
Yeah,
there.
they
That's
know
what
how
I'm
to cater to
saying.
their audience, yeah. All right, well, that does it for the Star Wars tirade there. This would be a perfect time, really, I think, to transition into a new project out of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. But you guys suck, and you didn't answer the poll. So we asked the audience, what do you guys think we're looking at when it comes to the Dark Castle project? Because we talked to Zach from BGW Fans last week on the show. And nobody responded.
Yeah, not a single soul responded.
Over 200 people saw it. I saw that you guys saw it. But you didn't respond. So
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
I'm one of the 200 people, by the way. I did not respond.
So I guess we'll talk about it a little bit. So Zach did come on the show last week. He said there was a quad launch. We did talk about there maybe being some show elements. That was more me and Bob throwing out the idea of that and kind of seeing how he reacted. He didn't really give us one way or the other, but me and Bob are thinking there might be some show elements, which I think would be fantastic because first off, that's just awesome on its own, right?
Look at we need some more theming after Pantheon.
Exactly. Busch Gardens Williamsburg needs theming at this point, but also, what better way to replace Dark Castle? You know, people were upset coaster coming and replacing Dark Castle, but what better way to replace it to have a dark ride / coaster combo, and to have something like Hagrid's.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That would be great,
fits
right?
so well.
I mean, you could do it. That would be fantastic, and you could really bring back that story, I think, from Dark Castle, and use that with this, and have animatronics meshed with some 3D elements as well, and some AG as well. So AR, excuse me. So I think we could be looking at something potentially of that nature, and that would be fantastic if we saw that from Busch. I think it could be potentially why we're seeing a lack of theming at Pantheon, is they realize we're going to be spending quite a bit on this Dark Castle coaster, which I think could be, again, like Hagrid's, kind of a small ride.
Or we're just being very hopeful and we're getting a Flight of Fear clone.
There we go. Or, like Bob said last week, we're just seeing Drakkenspire, but enclosed. An enclosed Drakkenspire.
I think Busch is really going for to increase their lead here on the launch capital coaster of the world. There's so many launch coasters there.
Yeah. I think they're embracing that accolade. And yes, again, Zach did confirm on last week's show though that the Drakkenspire enclosed is not what's going. He said he can't confirm much, but that's something he can confirm.
It's whatever Bob said was wrong. That's what he can confirm.
So that's what I think we're looking at possibly with the Dark Castle coaster. That's what I hope we're looking at the very least. I don't know if you have any thoughts.
I know our friend Pam said she wanted it to go outside by the bridge by the guest services. For those who are like very familiar with the park, there's that little bridge that goes from Dark Castle, that area of the Park of Germany, over to
Oktoberfest into Germany.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what it is. And I think that'd be a great idea, but I don't know if we're going to get an indoor-outdoor coaster here.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. If it's what we saw with Hagrid's, we could.
That would be nice. That would be great. I mean,
I don't imagine. I don't think they're going to maintain the structure of Dark Castle and just put a coaster in there. I think
you think you're just going to drop that down?
I think that would be something that they get rid of, goes capuche, and then you maybe erect smaller buildings like we saw with Hagrid's, and you have little show scenes throughout the ride's course.
That would be nice. Honestly, anything with theming at this point, I think we could get. Although I if we don't get a coaster in the end, it would be nice to have another dark ride at Busch now that we lost.
Yes.
And now that there's also the rumors, I don't know if it's going to happen or not with Battle for Ire going away. I don't know if that's a thing that's going to happen or not.
BGW, we talked about that last week as well. Mm-hmm.
What do you say about that?
That was they're not sure quite yet. It appears that it's going to go away, but they can't confirm that as of right now. Yeah,
that'd be great if we had 0 dark rides at Busch Gardens Williamsburg.
Yeah,
that'd make me
that's
very
something
happy.
we need. I think a dark ride is.
It's pretty essential.
It's kind of a staple for Busch. Yeah.
I mean, look at King's Dominion. Even King's Dominion has boo blasters.
Yeah, they have something. Yeah, I think a dark ride is a staple attraction for the theme park, especially a theme park. Even
right.
amusement parks have them, but I think a theme park needs one. So hopefully we see that.
At least Battle for Ire stay, or like even like I could. It'd be. Would you consider it a dark ride? This dark coaster project, if it was like half indoors, half outdoors, would you still do that?
I would consider that dark ride. coaster mesh blend. Yeah, I definitely would. Again, I don't know if I'd go the same. I wouldn't call it a dark ride per se. But if someone said, "Oh, Busch Gardens doesn't have a dark ride," I'd go, "We got the Dark Castle coaster, right?"
Yeah, that's
we have
fair.
those show elements, and it is paying homage to a fantastic dark ride that we once had. So, yeah, I think if we do have that, that will be included within.
Right, we can take our little bit of dark coaster and then our little bit of our Bolton and then put them together, and we'll have one full dark ride.
Yeah, I think that'll be within the constraint of a dark ride. What constitutes a dark ride, for sure, if it comes to fruition. But again, if that doesn't happen, I would love to see just a revamp of Dark Castle. I wouldn't mind that at all. That's what I was originally hoping for. But I was hoping they wouldn't ask for my front plaque back.
They come back. They come knocking on your door. It's Coaster Talk podcast here.
The repo man comes.
It's Kevin. Kevin
we need
Lembeck.
that, for the plaque from the front of the trains back, from the front of those vehicles back, because we're rebuilding it. No. All right. So that does it for this week's episode of the show. Pretty much. Again, you guys did us dirty. Didn't respond. So
you better respond to this next week.
This weekly poll is a freebie. I'm giving you a freebie here.
Yeah, we're literally giving you the answers.
All you got to do is select the best park mascot from a list of 4. There will be an option to include others if you so choose, but that is not required. So you don't have to use your mental brain power to really think about the best mascot. If you just want to choose from the 4 we provide, that's fine as well. And those mascots are Cosmo from Kennywood, the Indiana Beach Crow, Kenny the Kangaroo from Kennywood, and Holodoc from Holiday World. Again, you're more than welcome to expand on the list and add some others if you want, but those are the 4 that we're choosing, especially because we want to talk regionally parks, include them, because we could be talking about IPs at Disneyland, Mickey Mouse, and we could talk Star Wars.
Well, you just stole my answer.
And then we could do Cedar Fair and talk about Snoopy maybe. I mean, there could be so many different options, but we want to start with like these small regional parks that really have built up these mascots as their iconic figure for the park. So, yep. All right. So if you want to answer that weekly poll, you can go to coastertalkpodcast.com/poll. If you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can follow us at Coaster Talk Pod on all of those platforms. We'll post with a weekly poll there, but we'll also have other content related to the amusement parks. Coaster Talk Podcast is where you can find us on YouTube. That's going to be all 3 separate words. If you want to contact the show with any comments, questions, or concerns, you're going to do so at coastertalkpodcast.com/contact, or you can email me, James at coastertalkpodcast.com, or Bob at coastertalkpodcast.com.
Right. If you have any problems with what I said, make sure to email Bob about it.
Yeah. Bob at coastertalkpodcast.com is where to go. And lastly, if you want to purchase any merchandise, coastertalkpodcast.com/shop is where you can visit. So thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of the show. Appreciate Timmy coming on, filling in for us.
Yes, my finals are over, and I stayed up at school so I could record this podcast.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hopefully Bob returns next week.
If not, I'll be doing this from home.
If not, Timmy will be back in the flesh again. Oh, actually, you'll be...
I don't know if I'll drive to a combined 4 hours for you. I'm sorry.
I think you might have to.
I might have to. I don't know. Kings Dominion is close, so maybe I'll do that.
Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys regardless next week. Maybe Bob, maybe Timmy. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
An hour long.
It was only an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought it was going to be longer.
Our last few shows have only been about an hour. And
we had one that was like an hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, but not me and you. Like me and Bob's last show, the last one clocked in like an hour 30. So we didn't talk much longer.
Bob said I need to learn how to talk. I'm not the co-host here, the official co-host.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even like. It might sound like it probably sounds like I'm cutting you off. I thought it sounded like that before, but I'm like, I look to you and you don't look like you have anything to say. So
a lot of times I'm done with what I have to say.
Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta keep going, like, or it's gonna be a random awkward silence. Like I'm like, yeah, all right, moving on.
I'll try to get a couple transitions in there, like with the Thorpe Park to Pantheon one.
Yeah, that was good.
God, if we didn't talk about Star Wars, that would have been a short episode.
Oh, yeah, we should have started going on like actual Star Wars rants. Like talking about
Start talking about the sequels, how they ruined Star
what's
Wars.
canon, Legends, and the EU, and
Oh boy.
Darth Malgus is such a great character.
But then, like, yeah, let's ask Bob what he thinks.
But he hasn't.
Oh wait.
All right. What about the Star Wars?
Hmm?
You said let's say what Bob thinks.
Yeah. Well, I was saying I was joking and be like, yeah, let's call Bob, but let's have
See what he
Bob.
thinks about Darth Malgus.
Yeah, let's have Bob phone in and see what he thinks about the EU versus Legends versus canon.
Yeah. I'm glad, Bob. All right. Well, seeing as nothing has to be uploaded, like with Bob, we're pretty much done. That's it. Nothing has to go up to the cloud and I have to download it or anything. So
Yeah, it's true actually.
yeah.
It's easier when I'm here. It's just you in the flesh, because then we can just sit there and you can be like, pause. Okay, ready to continue, and we'll have to do that 3, 2, and Bob's like, wait, are you actually doing 3, 2, 1? Because wasn't that a thing for a while where Bob didn't actually believe you were counting down, or?
Yeah. I would joke about it. Like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Bob, the European Union. That's what we're talking about in the Star Wars EU.
Yeah. The Star Wars European Union.
How everyone's leaving the European Union. Yep.
The exit. Yeah. Brexit.
Yep.
All right. Well, unless anybody wants to talk about anything else in particular.
I just want to say, the entire time I've been looking over at James, and I've been just seeing Jack the Clown right behind you, right directly like in my line of vision. I'm like, this is kind of creepy, but now I miss Halloween Horror Nights.
I know. I miss it too. We're gonna have to go back next year for sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our 2 trips: Europe and back to Florida.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm
Conneaut.
thinking about going to I'm thinking about going back to Florida for the spring ACE conference
Oh,
to get an eye on Guasi ERT.
that would be kind of nice.
But then I also like if I do that. The thing is, it's buyer. It is Busch Gardens Tampa Friday, Busch Gardens Tampa Saturday, Sunday SeaWorld Orlando, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to miss a day of school already. I want to go back to Universal though.
Yeah. When is this? March?
May.
May?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's like finals for me too. That's not the best time. What do you know when in May?
I can look. I'm definitely going. I just need to figure out. And Alex wants to go. Bob wants to go too, but he can't. All right. I'm sure he does. I hate saying Ace and not coming up because it's Ace Hardware.
My final exams are May 5th through 12th, so if it's after the 12th, I'm good.
It's 6th through the 8th.
Oh my God. That could not be worse. Oh my God.
Boo.
Wow, that is... I'll have to see when, because a lot of times, like, I only have one in-person class next semester, so maybe they'll be like, oh yeah, we're doing it on the 5th. I'll have to figure that out. Man, that is hilarious how bad that is, timing-wise.
Hopefully it's not the 5th. Because I would think we'd leave Thursday night. I guess you could leave after you take the final.
Yeah, my finals should be in the morning, I think. And then the rest of my finals should be online, and I should be fine for that.
I'm trying to see like the actual itinerary for the event. The honest to God can't hear us. We should just talk a bunch of shit about Bob real quick.
Yeah.
That cognac lake hating mother effer.
I want to know where Bob got AirPods from.
And why he's using them on an Android.
Yeah, I want to see what he looks like with AirPods in. I bet Bob's looking extra cool.
An extra fly.
Yeah, with his white little status symbols in his ear. That's what my finance teacher called AirPods status symbols.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not. I think about that very frequently. I'm like, they are kind of status symbols. Like, you'll see when you go to college, everyone freaking has them.
I see him in high school.
Ugh.
Everyone in the halls walking around with them on. All right. So the spring conference. is Friday and Saturday will be spent at Busch Gardens, and Sunday will be spent at SeaWorld Orlando. You'll have ERT on Iron Gwazi. That's all they say.
That's it. What are we doing at SeaWorld? If we don't do anything at SeaWorld, we might as well go to
Probably
Universal.
Icebreaker.
Oh, you're right.
Which honestly, I'm good with. Like, get there in the morning, get the Icebreaker ERT, ride Mako, maybe Manta and Kraken. That way, just hit Alex and get the.
No,
credits.
it's not ride Kraken.
Alex can get the credits.
Alex
Yeah,
can ride Kraken.
Boycott Kraken.
He can ride it. We'll boycott it. Yeah.
Until they decide to paint it back, and then we'll just head over to Universal maybe. But that would mean Monday we'd probably have to miss school.
Oh man, Bob sent in the group chat the picture of his him with AirPods in. He looks real good. Looking like a college student again, Bob.
He's laughing too. He knows he looks silly. He's like. I think people look ridiculous. I think everyone looks ridiculous with AirPods in.
Supposedly the next gen. Maybe I should make an Apple podcast. Apple, Disney,
Apple
Star
Records.
Wars. What?
Apple Records.
Yeah, Apple Records. You know what I found out the other day? You know where the No Time to Die soundtrack was recorded?
Apple Records.
Abbey Road Studios.
Which is.
Is that? Well, it's it's owned by Apple. Or right.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny if I started a Disney podcast.
It'd be so funny. I might chop my balls off.
Did you just say that live?
I did.
Did you realize you just said that live?
Yeah. No filter.
Oh boy.
There's no one watching except for Bob, I'm pretty sure. So.
All the people that go back and watch this video for some reason.
Yeah, hopefully they don't.
Anyways, as I was gonna say, the next AirPods supposedly aren't even supposed to have a stem out of them. I don't know if that'll actually happen or not, but they're just supposed to be like little white. I think there's similar to some Samsung earbuds that are out on the market right now. But that'll be interesting. We should have gone to Apple Park.
All right, well, I think we're going to call it a night because it's 12:20 and I got to go to school tomorrow and take a quiz in calculus, so. All right.
Man, that sucks. I have to go back home and enjoy my winter break.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you guys next week with hopefully Bob. I don't know, Bob. You can maybe tell us yay or nay right now if we'll see you next week. But if not, must be nice. Oh, you're talking about Timmy.
My
I was
winter
like,
break.
hold
Yeah.
up, man. I'm literally taking a calculus quiz tomorrow. And then I'm going to be working nonstop like my whole winter break pretty much. So I'm not...
He said he hopes by then.
All right, well, we'll see. Maybe Timmy will be rejoining us, but...
One of these days we gotta try.
Next week.
One of these days we gotta have a 3-person podcast.
A threesome?
Yeah, threesome with Bob.
All right.
You're 18 now, so.
We'll see you guys next week. I'll see you guys next week regardless.